Hi, I'm Taylor Hastings. I'm here with New Image on the Street, and we're standing on the set of New Image's most recent play, Salome. It's directed by John Emmet Tracy, and in a few minutes, the cast is going to be on stage, and they're going to be giving a great performance, so let's go check it out. How did you enjoy working on this show?
I enjoyed it a lot. The big reason I joined on was John Emmet Tracy directing. He's just the greatest guy to work with. He's so much fun. So when he asked me to do it, I said immediately yes before he told me what it was. And rehearsals obviously were great because I was working with him and it was a lot of fun. Great cast, great material, Oscar Wilde, so a lot of good times.
And this isn't your class that you were working with, so how did you enjoy getting along with new people that you got to meet and work with?
Luckily, it was all nice people. Otherwise, it could have been a lot of fun. Everyone was great. They have classes on weekends like I did, so I got to know them sort of throughout the year, but I never actually worked with them before. So yeah, it was great. It went pretty smoothly. It was a lot of fun.
I've never actually been very familiar with Oscar Wilde's work before, so it's the first time I've ever read a play of his, and certainly the first time I've acted it. I enjoyed the ideas that we put into it in terms of the production.
Cool.
So it was, a lot of fun to work on in that regard.
Nice. Did you have any difficulty with the language? I noticed that the language is a little bit more difficult than modern.
I know what you mean. I can't say that's personally my case because I'm the sort of person that, reads old literature for enjoyment.
Nice.
So I'm kind of used to that vernacular and, the grammar of how they used to phrase things back then doesn't throw me too much. But, so it was a bit of an easy fit. But I could see, if you weren't used to it, how it could be very challenging.
Be silent! It is not to you I speak.
It's been a blast. It showed to me my own strengths and vulnerabilities, things that I just, I kind of always knew it was there, but never had a medium to have that come out and be able to have fun, be able to do it. And just working with everybody, having John Tracy as a director and teacher has just been amazing.
You came into the show a little bit late, so you only had a short period of time to practice.
Approximately 2 weeks.
And how was that experience for you?
It was good, actually. It was really challenging, which I like. So worked out kind of cool. I'm excited. It was fun.
And the group kind of took you in, and they were good, supportive?
Very good, actually. I felt very welcome the first day. It was awesome. They're a really good group.
Nice. And you're actually in your second year here at New Image, and how are you enjoying that so far?
I love it. I'm learning so much. It's kind of ridiculous because I've only had theater training, so getting to learn the film side of everything is wonderful.
It was really good. I'm glad people enjoyed the play, and I think it turned out really good. Everybody seemed to give it their all, and 110%. Yeah, John was happy, everybody was happy.
And how did you enjoy working with John during the rehearsal process of the play?
Oh, John is great. Yeah, he's always really thorough, and he's very helpful, patient. So we've done it over and over and over until we got it right, and then turned out the way it is now, I guess.
So you're part of the play Salome as well, and you play the role of Salome's mother?
I get to perform on Sunday playing Herodias, and it's an exciting role for me. It's a bit of a stretch. I've never really done theater before, so it was a good experience. John and the whole cast were amazing. So it's with a different group, and I got lucky. I switched over the weekends, and they've been really welcoming, very friendly, and it's been interesting to work with them too. Very vibrant.
Very cool. We have our title character of the show here, Salome, and I just wanted to ask you a few questions. How did you like working on this show?
I love working that show. Having a lot of fun. It's very intense as well. And we have been working around 7 weeks, so we have a lot of fun.
Nice. And you had a pretty big part, and you were on stage for most of the show, so how did you prepare yourself for that?
Well, mostly it was emotionally. Emotionally, I have prepared that choreography by myself, so it was a little bit of hard work. I spent every day 3 hours working on my choreography and everything, and I take classes on weekends as well. So we spend the whole day here working on the scenes, the pronunciation, because it's a very different English.
I
I mean, I've always had a relationship with this play. I don't remember when I first saw it, but I've read it. I read it in school, and then I've seen a few productions of it. And I don't know. I love the play because although it's short, you know, it's only an hour and 10 minutes long, Oscar Wilde packs so much into the play. There's so many themes and so many interesting ideas that he tells so concisely and so thoroughly. And the one that really interested me in this piece is the idea of desire and vision. You know, the things you see that you desire, and the length you'll go to achieve those things you desire, and of course the consequences of what happens. So yeah, so I just love it.
We were just talking about the language of the play in Oscar Wilde's writing, and how do you tackle something like that when you bring a play to a cast as a director?
Well, I mean, it's interesting because everybody who comes in and I'm assuming the audiences are the same way, but the actors for sure. When you say Oscar Wilde, everyone starts to laugh and they go, "Oh, good! I love Oscar Wilde. He's so funny." And this play isn't really a comedy, although I still laugh at some. Like, there's some parts I think are funny when the king says, "What do you mean he raises the dead?" I'll not allow that. You know, don't let him know no more raising the dead. You know, things like that are funny to me. But the way we approached it was simply we sat down, we did some tabling of it, and we went through the script many times in those first couple of days and explored things like the imagery or the thematic elements and tackled it like you would any other play, you know, just remembering that if something gets repeated a couple of times, there's a reason for it.
We've talked to everybody in the cast, and they have all said what an honor it was to have you as a director. So
I paid them.
they were all bribed to say that.
Yeah. I put them in chains like I did with John the Baptist.
Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll see you next time.